everybody? Another week, another dollar. Hope you're all enjoying your Easter Sunday or Passover. To all those celebrating, happy holidays. We got another big week ahead in financial markets, so let's get started. These are the top 5 things I'll be watching. Kicking things off with number 1, coronavirus cases are still on the rise. As of Sunday morning, there are now about 2 million confirmed cases and more than 110 deaths globally, according to Johns Hopkins University data. The United States remains the most infected country with the most number of cases and deaths, with those standing at 533,000 confirmed cases and nearly 21,000 deaths. Now, lately, there have been some indications that the coronavirus pandemic might be starting to ease, so we'll continue to look for further signs that the outbreak is, in fact, starting to peak in some major economies, with most of the focus on the U.S. and New York in particular. On to number 2. In what will be a busy week on the U.S. economic calendar, all eyes will be on March retail sales data due on Wednesday. The number is expected to be ugly, with forecasts calling for a drop of 7%. If confirmed, that will be the worst decline in history, as really most of the economy was shut down during the month of March due to efforts to contain the spread of the outbreak. Many Americans were advised to stay at home, and we're expected to see very, very gloomy figures for this week's retail sales number. On to number 3. Staying on the data front, jobless claims will also be an important number to watch this week. Total claims have totaled nearly 17 million in the past 3 weeks. We're expecting another 5 million Americans filing for first-time jobless benefits in the week ending April 11. So more very bleak data on the very bleak labor market data. We'll be seeing perhaps signs that maybe the number might drop below 5 million, maybe even fall down into the 4 million range. Obviously, that would be some sort of hope that maybe the worst of the virus is behind us, but still very early to call anything on that. In number 4, a big week on Wall Street. First quarter earnings season will kick off when the big major U.S. banks report results this week. JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo kick things off on Tuesday when they release results. Bank of America, Citigroup, and Goldman Sachs then follow on Wednesday. Overall, bank earnings are expected to be mixed as the impact of lower interest rates offset the benefits of higher trading revenue. However, with that being said, most of the focus will be on what the nation's biggest banks have to say regarding their outlook for the months ahead, and whether just how bad the impact of the coronavirus has been on the U.S. consumer. So keep your eyes on that. Big week on Wall Street. And finally, number 5, staying on the economic calendar but elsewhere, China releases first quarter GDP numbers. The world's second largest economy is expected to have shrunk by 6% in the first 3 months of the year. If confirmed, that would be the first time the economy has contracted since the 1970s. Overall, China was the first country to really be hit by the coronavirus outbreak earlier this year, and the results are expected to be felt in this week's data. Perhaps, like with the jobless claims number in the U.S., if the number isn't as bad as feared, perhaps we get some sort of a relief rally, an extension of the relief rally which we saw last week on Wall Street. Anyways, that's it for me for today. May the trading gods be with you this week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, let's get back to normality. Have a good one, everybody.